Hey guys! Today we're doing a challenge video. I'm gonna be turning art into blobs. No, you're not. I'm going to be turning blobs into artwork, and who knows where this is gonna go, honestly. Well, I do because I already filmed it. There's always somebody pulling in outside when I start filming, and they look in our windows because they're such nosy people. I got this idea from my friend SoCraftastic, and you guys have probably heard of her, but if not, you should go check her out. I'm going to put the link below to her video so you can see. And yeah, let's just get started. Before we get started, I'm going to do something a little different in this video, and over here on the side, you're going to see my Instagram stuff pop up, and I'm going to promote my own Instagram and encourage you to go follow me on there because you can see sneak peeks of art projects. Sometimes I ask for inspiration on like what to draw, like draw your pets or giveaways, just stuff like that. It just kind of lets you feel more involved, and I like when you guys tag me in your work too, so all around, good deal. The wind agrees. Okay, let's do this challenge now. I started out by just painting a couple blobs on this paper, and I decided to incorporate a spray bottle, and I either sprayed the paper beforehand and then added the paint, or I sprayed it afterward, or I did both, and it really made the paint blobs a little more unpredictable. Some of the paint blobs are more like dry brushing, stuff like that too. This was really fun doing because I really had no idea what the shapes would end up being, and I didn't really take a long time to look at this or anything. I just let it dry, and then I delved right in. I also did some little splashes, splatters. Call it splatters. And that made things a little more unpredictable as well. But yeah, I didn't really stare at this for too long to come up with things. I wanted to just kind of roll with it as I went, make it super just go with the flow kind of thing, and it worked out really nicely. The pink one in the upper left corner took a long time to dry, and I was like blowing on it and just like moving the paper around, so the shape kind of changed when I did that. That's why it looks different now. Sorry about that. But we're just going to roll with it. I'm using just a plain black marker to do the actual pictures because that's what SoCraftastic did in her video, and I just really liked the simplicity of it, so that's what I'm doing. This green shape was probably one of the hardest ones because I had to use some of the white area outside of it to make it work and just like connect these splattery dots. I wanted to involve them, so that's why I did that, and it just felt like an exploding flying bird or something, so I have these giant feathers flying off of it too. Alright, I have a question for you, and this is going to be the comment of the day. This thing here, this blob that I'm working with here, I call this a wishy. I don't know what other people call these, but when I was in college, I tried telling my friends like, oh, let's go outside and pick wishies and like blow them in the wind. And they were like, Miranda, what? We don't call them that. And I don't really know. What do you call them? Like dead dandelions? When I grew up, we called them wishies. So yeah. Does anybody else in this world call them wishies? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe it's just my family or my hometown. I don't know. This one was probably my favorite of all of them though. I really liked that weird drip that happened at the bottom of the blob, and making it work into this wishy was really fun. This orange one was a bit of a stretch. For some reason, I only saw a cat when I looked at it. Like at first glance, it just seemed like a cat was sitting. But then when I got about halfway through, I was just not really sure how I would finish making it a cat. So yeah, he looks kind of grumpy, kind of like it should be part unicorn or something because it has these funky hipster bangs, but yeah. And then I tried to make the tail really similar. This challenge was so fun. It's a really good exercise if you are not feeling inspired, which was where I was, to be honest. I didn't really know what I wanted to paint, what I wanted to draw, but I wanted to move my hands and make some art. And then, what do you know, I was binging videos, saw SoCraftastic's video, and was like, hey, I'm gonna try this. And after that, I have been working on some art pieces now, so you'll see lots of bonus videos coming up, trying to amp it up and do 2 to 3 a week again, because I really like doing that. Alright, this pink one. The first thing I saw was a seashell, and that was while I was painting it. I was like, whoa, coincidentally, this could be a seashell. But I didn't like plan the shape or anything, because that's not how this challenge works. But then when it dried and like the paint moved around, I just didn't see the seashell. So I had to like come up with something else, and I tried to make the top kind of like a seashell, but I don't know. It's a perfume bottle. Whatever. That one was kind of hard. Might have been the hardest one. Now, this one here at the bottom is, I turned the paper this way. I don't know how I came up with this. This is just like what I saw immediately when I did this, so I just rolled with it. It's so out there. It actually reminds me of my brother's artwork, because he has this really neat art style where he just comes up with like really off the wall stuff like this, and it always looks sweet. So shout out to him if he ever sees this video. It's a piece of broccoli, by the way. So it's a piece of broccoli sticking out its tongue and being crazy, and yeah. It was really fun to do this challenge. I am really glad I tried it. It was a lot easier in some ways, but harder in other ways. I don't know. I guess it just depends on what shape you get with your paint blob. So, yeah. Just try to go into it not knowing what you're going to draw and roll with it. It's really fun. I encourage you to try it if you are looking for inspiration ideas. But here's the finished product. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.